Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I welcome you to today's episode of the Sahur Kitchen. How has Ramadan been for you in spite of the pandemic? I do pray you're making the most of it. Today on the show, inshallah ta'ala, we'll be chatting with a medical practitioner to enlighten us on preventive measures, things to look out for, things not to do in this COVID time. Why don't you wait with us while I bring on my guest on the other side of this break? Stay with us. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, it's Sahur Kitchen, and I did say earlier we will be joined by Dr. Halima Afolabi. She's a medical practitioner, and inshallah ta'ala, she'll talk us through preventive measures, things to look out for in this COVID era so that we don't fall victim, inshallah ta'ala. Dr. Halima, assalamu alaikum. You're welcome. Alhamdulillah. Before we start talking about the preventive measures, what are you cooking for us today? The table is so full, subhanallah.
Okay, today I'll be making okra combo vegetable soup. We'll be starting with, we have okra, we have ugu, we have water leaf, and I'm sure everyone at home can see the other
ingredients. You need to talk to her. No, we need to know every single thing here. Some of us are learning how to cook for the first time, so bear us in mind.
Okay, no problem. So we have okra, we have ugu, we have water leaf, we have pepper, we have fish, pomo, chicken. Some people can use meat, but I just feel like eating chicken today.
Great.
So we have red oil, groundnut oil, locust bean, onions, we have terra cube, seasoning cube, crayfish, and some chopped okra.
Okay, so why did you chop some and then that's grated, obviously?
Yes.
What's the...
It's just the aesthetics. It makes it look sexier.
Interesting. Great. Awesome. So while we get started, what would you like to start off with? I'm your kitchen assistant. Send me on any errand and I'll get it done. So what would you like to start with? Okay,
so I would like to start with the chicken.
Okay, to boil the chicken. Do you use water to boil your chicken?
Yes, I do.
Okay, because some people don't boil. So first things first, let us know, what is this virus all about before we even start to think of how to prevent it?
Okay, coronavirus is actually a family of viruses. It's not just one. And majorly they affect the respiratory tract. Okay. They cause the respiratory tract infection, as I said earlier.
Is this water sufficient for you?
Yes, it is. Thank you. And it can cause as mild as the common flu, as the white call it, to as severe as the SARS, which is the severe acute respiratory syndrome, or the MERS, which is the Middle Eastern respiratory syndrome.
What do you need to do with the chicken?
I want to add the chicken.
Please,
it's already washed. Okay. It's washed. We'll add the chicken, salt, some seasoning cube, some thyme and curry, and
just
ginger.
Tell me what you need to do. I'll put this on for you so you can start.
Okay, so as I was saying earlier, it's a family of viruses. And we've been hearing a lot about COVID-19. Till December last year, it was just recently discovered in Wuhan, China. So it's a new virus. Not really much is known about it, but the few that we know about it, I'll be sharing with us today. So the mode of... Okay, thank you so much. So I'll be adding the washed chicken to the pot.
So yeah, you're saying the mode of
transmission of the virus is human to human, which is part of the reason why it has been a pandemic, because on everyday basis we all interact with one or two people. At the end of the day, we all go to different places. So how it's transmitted basically is when an infected person coughs, sneezes, or talks, and they are what we call respiratory droplet that comes out from the nose.
How many cubes do you need?
Like 2.
Okay, I'll peel that for you. You can use salt. Yeah.
Okay.
So the droplets, once it gets in contact with the next person.
Yeah. So when someone coughs, sneezes, or speaks, and the droplet comes out, they are like fluid and the virus can be in there. So it's expelled into the air, and it can travel as far as 1 meter before it
1
lands.
meter, is this 1 meter or more?
Like 3 feet, yes.
Oh,
yes, before it lands on surfaces. So if an uninfected person is close to someone that is infected, and the person is within 1 meter radius of that person, the person can inhale the droplets and become infected.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
What else do you need?
Ginger and garlic powder.
Okay.
Also thyme and curry.
All right. Interesting. Please go ahead. Don't mind.
So also, as I said, the viruses, they can travel as far as 1 meter, and after that they land on surfaces.
Yes.
And if someone comes around and touches that surface, their hand becomes infected.
Sure.
And by touching the infected hand, by touching the eyes, the nose, or the mouth.
Yes.
For us to remember, men, as we've been seeing everywhere. Yes, mouth, eyes, and nose.
Yes.
So
these men, they're always behind.
always causing trouble everywhere, right? So if an infected hand touches these men, as I mentioned, the person can become infected.
Okay.
So it is from this mode of spread that we're able to derive the preventive measures, which I'll be going into.
Before we go into that, what else do you need? So the chicken is on because it's sahur, so we need to speed up a bit.
Ginger and garlic powder. Okay.
What else can we be doing other than?
Okay, so we'll start with the okra stew. So can you help me with
this one?
Yes.
Sure.
Thank you.
All right. So what you said you chose chicken because you just want to. Are you making a separate sauce and then separate okra?
No, I'm just frying the chicken just to go with because
I see, just for aesthetics again.
Yeah.
All right, please go ahead.
Okay, so we'll be adding we'll make sure the pot is dry before we add. So
the pot is ready.
Okay, so now our pot is dry. We'll add a bit of palm oil.
Okay.
To it.
Why palm oil though? Because you're frying, you want to fry the fish, that's what you said.
Yes. I just prefer palm oil.
Okay.
It's just my preference.
Okay.
So I want to fry this fish.
I've never seen this done anywhere before. It's my first time. Anyways, we're going to go on a break right now. It's a good time to go on a break. Once the fish is fried, now when we return from the break, we'll continue with the process. Stay with us.
Thinking of the perfect gifts this Ramadan season? Honeywell Ramadan Pack is the perfect gift to have and to share, either at Sahur or Iftar. Honeywell Ramadan Pack has something for anyone and everyone. Also, introducing the new Honeywell Ramadan Mini Pack. Why buy in pieces when you can get all Honeywell product in one single pack and save yourself some money while at it? Honeywell Ramadan Regular and Mini Pack are available at all key stores nationwide. Ramadan Kareem from Honeywell Flour Mill.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, it's still Sahur Kitchen, and just before the break we had the fish frying.
Yes.
So now what have you done? Let's bring our audience up to speed.
Okay, so we took out the fish, we added the locust bean, and we added the pepper with seasoning, and we allowed it to cook a bit with the pomo.
And the chicken was also done, so
we
took
fried
the opportunity to fry it. Okay, then. So what do you want to do next?
So next we'll add a bit of water to the pepper.
Okay, so you can either use the broth or just ordinary water, but you won't use ordinary water. Then. All right, then. So before the break, we talked about the virus.
Yes.
Now we can talk about the preventive measures because you've told us what the virus is and how it spreads. So we can now start to look at how to prevent it.
Yes. So because it's a pandemic, it's a communal effort. It's something everyone has to be involved in, not just you. Because if you are the only one taking all the measures,
I'll just clear this out of the way for you. Things to do.
And the people surrounding you aren't, you'll still be affected. So please just remember that it's a communal
Indeed. In fact,
effort.
I think about that a lot of times. So if I'm doing all the right things, but then I run into someone that is not as conscious as I am, then I'm, equally at risk.
Yes. So the first and the most important one, as we've been hearing everywhere, is to wash our hands very frequently.
Okay.
We should wash it with soap.
Okay.
At least 20 seconds under running tap.
Okay.
And if soap and water is not available, we can use alcohol-based hand sanitizer. The reason is because they are able to kill the virus.
Yes.
We've touched, I'm sure on your way here, you've touched the door handle, you've touched the sick.
In fact, I have been.
Exactly, you've touched the kitchen slab. We touch a lot of things.
Surfaces.
So we should try to wash our hands as often as possible. If not, with alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Secondly, we should avoid men. And I'm not talking about Abibi at home. I mean the mouth, the eyes, and the nose. Because those are the portal of entry for those viruses. Then, also very important, we should try to avoid crowded places. You know, this is not the period to be going for Juma in your area or going to market unnecessarily. Allah answers our prayer. He said, even if you whisper your prayer, He hears you. Yes. Rather than going to the mosque, why not just pray at home with your family and lead the salah? Let's avoid crowded places because you don't know who is sick. You don't know who will. As a matter of fact, my own motto: everyone is a suspect. Exactly. To prove otherwise. Yeah. Okay. So now we'll allow the water to boil a bit. Okay. In that case, I already boiled the water for semolina earlier, so I'll just put we can start that up too. Oh, great. Okay, so. Go on with the other measures. Okay, so also, if we see anybody that is sick or anybody that is coughing, that has any respiratory symptoms, we should try to be at least 1 meter away from them or 3 feet. As I mentioned earlier, the droplets can travel as far as 1 meter. So at least if you are... good student. So we should try to be at least 1 meter away from people that are sick. Also, if you are sick, please, that's not the time for you to go to the hospital. Rather, just stay at home. And if you feel it's something, if you feel it's the coronavirus, you should call the helplines. Now, when you say if you feel, how do I know? What do I start to see? What kind of symptoms will make me think that it might be corona? Okay, like dry cough, like sore throat, runny nose, fever, body pains, things like that. Whenever you notice it, just if you are suspecting COVID, just call the helpline rather than going to the hospital and infecting people along the way. Just call the helpline and stay at home, and they'll instruct you on what to do. Interesting. So next, we'll be adding the okra now. Yes. Please, can you pass me the spoon? Yes. Yes, thank you. I'll just put the water for the semolina on. Again, in this kitchen, I have learned numerous ways of preparing semolina. So what do you do? How do you do yours? I've seen them mix offline and then introduce a paste. I've seen them introduce directly. What's your own style? I like to make a paste. When the water is boiling, I reduce the water a bit, then I add the paste. After adding the paste, I learned this from my aunt actually. She adds groundnut oil and a bit of salt. It makes it sweet. And ever since I started, I enjoy it like that rather than without groundnut oil and salt. So I let it boil a bit and then I add the semolina. So get the semolina for you. And a tip for those at home, if you're unsure about the quantity to use, I normally use tin cup, 1 per person. In my family, we are 5. So whenever I'm... When you say 1 per person, I mean big 1 cup. Men and women, different sizes. That 1 cup for 1 person might be 3 cups for another person. So let's be very clear and well guided. Okay, so I just use that to guide myself. And I allow it to get done and I just serve it, ready to eat. All right, so I have your semolina. I'm just going to help you mix it, make the paste. And everything is ready in the okra, I believe. Yes, we're good to go. So, all right, so I'll just help mix the semolina. And then we'll take a break now. When we return from the break, you will find us at the dining table because food is literally ready, right? Yes, it is. Doctor. All right, then see you soon.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You're welcome to another beautiful day of Ramadan. Let's continue to pray to Allah to help us eradicate this pandemic, COVID-19. May He, make everything easy. He's the only one we can pray to. So let's continue to pray to Him. And I'm sure He will answer our prayers, especially during this month of Ramadan. So once again, you are welcome to Kitchen Time with Mariam, and my name remains Mariam Mustafa. So today, I'll be showing you how to make cornflakes chicken. So some of you will be wondering which one is cornflakes chicken again. Don't worry, we'll go on a short break now. When we come back, I'll show you through the process. You're welcome back. So let's dig into the cornflakes chicken. Get a large bowl, pour in your milk. Add 1 egg. Beat the mixture together. Add 1 spoon of salt, 1 spoon of thyme, 1 spoon of curry. Then you ground in your black pepper, you add your seasoning cubes, mix the mixture together once again. Soak in your chicken breast in the mixture. Then leave it to soak for 10 minutes. After then, you roll in your ground cornflakes. And fry. Fry thoroughly on both sides. After that, you scoop out. Wow, oh God, the chicken nugget is finally ready. I wish you know the faces behind the camera, how it is entering this chicken. And it is a lie, they will not eat for me, it is for me alone. So I'm very, very selfish. Anyway, it's time for Ramadan, so time to share, time to show love. So, you know, so let's enjoy. So I'm sharing with you, so you're invited. Let's eat together. Let me just cut it. Chicken breast is the best. Ooh. Oh. I'll step down with my biggie lemon and lime. That's my new favorite. Apple is still my favorite, but my second new favorite of Biggie product. So till I come your way again, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thinking of the perfect gifts this Ramadan season? Honeywell Ramadan Pack is the perfect gift to have and to share, either at Sahur or Iftar. Honeywell Ramadan Pack has something for anyone and everyone. Also, introducing the new Honeywell Ramadan Mini Pack. Why buy in pieces when you can get all Honeywell product in one single pack and save yourself some money while at it? Honeywell Ramadan Regular and Mini Pack are available at all key stores nationwide. Ramadan Kareem from Honeywell Flour Mill.
Alhamdulillah, so we're ready to have our sahur, and I did say we'll share a bit more tips on preventive measures for this COVID. And primarily, so it's not really about fear mongering, not about, it's about being careful. And you did say earlier, it's a joint effort, everyone has to be involved. So if you can just, in a nutshell, tell us how we can prevent this.
Okay, so as
I'll be cheating on you because I'm going to be cheating right now.
As I mentioned earlier, very important, hand washing with soap and water, 20 minutes, or with alcohol-based hand sanitizers. We should try to stay at least 1 meter away from sick people. We should avoid crowded places. We should avoid men, which is the mouth.
Men, I like the fact that you're saying that men, not
mouth, eyes, and the nose. Also, more importantly, because it's a pandemic, there are so many info going around, and there is a lot of fear amongst people, which is understandable. So whatever info that you want to follow, please make sure it's from a confirmed and recognized body.
So in your own opinion, where's the most important source? What's the most important source for us?
I'll say WHO website, or for Nigeria, the NCDC. Okay. You can log onto their website or follow them on Twitter, on their social media apps to be updated on the latest information.
And really, so in your opinion, do we need to, what kind of information is most important for us, for everyone? What's the general information that is needed as opposed to the number of deaths, for example? Does that really help, or is it more adding to the fear?
Yes, it does help, because some people still think it's a vague thing. It's something happening not somewhere in their society. It's just some numbers, but these numbers are actually people. They're people's families. So we need to be updated. So, and also it's important to know which areas that these new cases are being found.
But they're not even telling us those information. They just tell us there are new cases in Lagos, new cases in states. We don't know the local governments, for example. Do we need that kind of information? Will it change our perception? Will it?
In a way, yes, it's helpful. So you'll be able to avoid those areas. It's not absolute, but at least you'll be able to avoid all the hot spots, as I mentioned earlier. There has been more reported cases in Alimosho local government area, and the government are still trying to look at why it is so, and they're still working on it. So it's something that it's everywhere. You can't say where it's not, but at least try to avoid the hot spots.
Please eat your food, don't mind me. I actually have a presentation for you. I've been cheating on you all the while, eating while you did all the talking. We have gifts for you, courtesy Right Foods Limited, makers of Biggie Water, Biggie Drinks. We want you to stay refreshed every single day of Ramadan.
Thank
for
you
your
so
family.
much.
That's all. So just put this away. One, two for Jazakumullahu khayran. We also have this for you from Honeywell, makers of Honeywell spaghetti, macaroni, wheatmeal. They have flour, they have semolina. We're having the semolina. So we want you to have easy peasy sahur.
Jazakumullahu khairan. Thank you so much.
Indeed. That's how far we can go on the show today. Jazakumullahu khairan for tuning in. Do join us same time tomorrow, bi'Iznillah, when I bring you another meaningful, impactful discussion with another beautiful guest, of course. Make the most of today. Ma salam.